What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's having a great Taco Tuesday. I'm running around doing stuff. You know, I stay busy all the time. And I heard this was actually something that I thought was really almost comical, listening to Get Up with Dan Orlovsky, and he was talking about quarterbacks that could have a turnaround year and things like that. And it's funny because they look at Dak Prescott, and for whatever reason, Dak is judged differently. You don't get judged as, Dak Prescott, if the team fails, it's solely because of Dak Prescott. You never look at them, or they never look at Dak and say that talent around him makes a difference, right? They just say, well, Dak has all these interceptions, or Dak Prescott fails in the playoffs, and so on, and never gets the benefit of the doubt. And they look and they'll say, well, Dak's just not the one. He's not the guy. He's got no chance. Even though he's done some amazing things as far as, like, scoring offense. Even though he came back from a broken thumb, the games he played, the Cowboys still had the highest scoring offense, and that was with subtraction of talent on the roster. But be that as it may, here's where you realize it's so hypocritical, because talent around the quarterback matters. And Dan Orlovsky actually made that point with his conversation about the San Francisco 49ers. Okay, the belief being is that the San Francisco 49ers with Sam Darnold will still be really good. That Sam Darnold is going to thrive in the offense. Now, what that says is, because you have to understand, Sam Darnold's resume, if you just say the quarterback, everything that happens is solely on the quarterback, that it doesn't matter the team that they're on, the organization, or the people around them. Going by that in Sam Darnold's resume, where he is, I want to say, 21-34. 21-34 is his record in the NFL. 21-34. He has about a 58% completion percentage. His best year was 19 TDs and 13 interceptions with 3,024 yards. Has 61 TDs and 55 interceptions. There's nothing in his resume to this point that says he's going to play great. The only way you say that Sam Darnold is going to improve is the team around him improves. You follow what I'm saying here? I mean, let's be clear here. The Jets versus San Francisco, or Carolina, where it was last year, versus San Francisco, we all have to agree that the team is better. And if the team is better, the assumption would be that the quarterback plays better. Right? That's one example. Okay, how about another example? Aaron Rodgers. The assumption is Aaron Rodgers is a Super Bowl quarterback every single year because he's Aaron Rodgers. Then explain to what happened last year. Last year, 26 TDs, 3,400 yards passing, 12 interceptions. Couldn't get past the Detroit Lions to get into the playoffs when the Lions had nothing to play for. But now, with the Jets deemed a Super Bowl contender. So clearly, what they're saying is, for everybody other than Dak Prescott, is players around a quarterback matter. Except when it's Dak Prescott. And so, if that is the case, if that assumption is true, and by all stretch of the imagination, we've seen, like, Steve Young go from Tampa Bay, which was a talent desert, to San Francisco and become a Hall of Famer. clearly talent matters. You don't look and say Troy Aikman, without the best offensive line, without Michael Irvin, without Emmitt Smith, without the number one defense, I don't know that you can guarantee that he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. So if that's true, then the addition of Brandon Cooks versus Noah Brown helps to make the Dallas Cowboys offense better. The fact that you now have maybe a little more stability on the offensive line with Igato at guard as opposed to Connor McGovern. He's got a little more experience, and Tyler Smith going into his second year, that maybe those additions to the offensive line make the offense better. And you look at it and say, Peyton Hendershot and Jake Ferguson no longer being rookies and having a full off season added to the Cowboys offense will be more experienced and will help Dak Prescott. That Michael Gallup, a year removed from the surgery that he had on his ACL, should be able to run better and get some separation, and some separation for the receivers will help make the quarterback better. And see, this is where I find it funny, because Dak Prescott haters will turn around and just say, he just sucks. There is no getting better. That, regardless of who you put on the field there, it won't make a difference. And I could point to and say, when we had Cole Beasley, Terrence Williams, and I can't even remember who else as wide receivers, and you immediately bring in an Amari Cooper during the season, that the play elevated that much more because there was talent around Dak Prescott. Talent matters. So you guys who hate Dak Prescott should feel better that last year, with the lack of having the playmakers like we have now, or players in a better situation, you should look at it and say Dak should have a better season. Right? But I'm sure the Dak Prescott haters don't understand that, because they believe that just changing the quarterback is all they need to do. And we've seen that happen over and over and over again. We've seen the Washington Commanders literally say, our problem is only the quarterback, and continuously changing the quarterback only to have the same results. Talent on the team matters, guys. And if we want to win, we got to put as much talent around the team as possible. 90s Cowboys didn't win the Super Bowl without talent. The 70s Cowboys didn't win those Super Bowls without the talent. Gots to have it. All right, good people. Mark Holmes here. Just some little thoughts while I'm riding down the road. I appreciate you all, as always. Peace.